I would be remiss if I didn't ask my Wolverine friend who you think would be best for the job that Beeline suddenly left vacant at Michigan. Do you have a thought on the subject?
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, my phone went off last night, and I'm very uncomfortable because you hear rumors of someone already being hired, and I know Juwan's getting interviewed today. But just let me tell you a little bit about Juwan. He's the first professional that I ever met in my life that wasn't, a grown-up. He's been a professional since he's been young, one of the hardest workers. He's the first NBA player, and if I'm not mistaken, that graduated on time but left early for the NBA, coming out his junior year. He's been under one of the best basketball minds ever over the last 10 years, and that man's name is Pat Riley. He's worked with some of the best players. He's won a championship, and he's played with the best. The best players such as LeBron, D. Wade, and others respect him. I don't know. First of all, Coach Beeline was a hell of a coach. And I wonder what went on there to make him quit so abruptly, like magic. But he was a heck of a coach. And we really didn't get any recruits, not one McDonald's All-American. And so to assume that another coach can come in there and recruit, number one, coach as well. Coach as well as Beeline, that's going to be tough. And then number two, to recruit and to out-recruit Izzo and Coach K and others that take the talent from the Detroit area, from the Michigan area. In my opinion, I was very close with Bo Schembechler. In my opinion, this is a Michigan man, and of course I'm biased, but I'm also biased because if my son were lucky enough to get a scholarship and it was between Juwan and the greats, I would have him go there. Not because Juwan was my friend, but because I know the talks that he would have with my son when I wasn't there. I know he would help him to be a man. He would help him to be accountable. I know he would work his butt off harder than any other coach would. And I know his compassion. The day that he signed at Michigan, he lost his grandmother and how important she was to him. And so I look at the total man, Juwan. I look at the passion. I tell you this, I know that he would love for his house to be on State Street, that he would live on campus and he would stay there and retire an old man. I know that that's what he wants. I know that there's no other job in the world that he would want more than that. I know there's nothing he would put his soul into more than his wife and his kids than that job. And so when you talk about guys, bleeding maize and blue, guys that actually went there, I know coaches can come and adopt and be part of a culture, but if all things being equal, it's about the guy that lived in the dorms and went to class and lived in South Quad and had the snowball fights with West Quad and that knows the tradition, that you don't have to explain anything to them. And it's not about the Fab Five getting back together, even though, of course, you already know we'd be there every second, every game. You'd have to, kick us out from cheering, telling us to quit cheering so loud. But it's also about the Glenn Rices, the Ramil Robinsons, the Mark Hughes. It's about the classes that came before that as well, how they embrace Juwan. And I just think it would be it'd be a great galvanizer for everyone. And forget me if that's the problem, and forget me, it would galvanize everyone else and put everyone together. And so I just know the man he is, and more importantly, I know that there's nothing more in the world that he would want. He's been waiting for this opportunity, and so you replace a guy like Beeline, you better have all your boxes checked, and I think he would.
You better come correct. Well, I'm galvanized, and I say on behalf of me and every single Michigan person I know of, +1, Chris Webber, +1 on that subject.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.